Fellas, y'all know what time it is. Class is in session. Get them out. Get your notepads out. I'm gonna wait a second. Get your writing utensil out, whatever you choose to use. The ladies lose their mind over these fragrances. Trust me. Just trust me. Class is in session. What's good, YouTube? It's the BowTie Fragrance Guy. Fashion, fragrance, looking good, smelling great. That's what I talk about on my channel. If you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications by hitting that bell icon as well, so that way, anytime a new video is uploaded, you get notified. Guys, it's on and popping today, man. Fragrances that the ladies lose their minds over. And if you're a person that doesn't stay for the whole list, shame on you. Do yourself a favor and don't do that this time, okay? Because you're gonna miss out on some amazing fragrances. These are some fragrances I've never talked about, especially the first one. You guys are in for a treat, as well as some fragrances I haven't talked about in a while, or some you may have never even heard of. I give you guys my secrets sometimes, man. I do that because I like you guys, most of you. Some of you, most of you. But you guys are gonna make sure that your ears and eyes are glued to your television or your phone or your tablet, whatever you're watching this on. You're in for a treat. If you wanna see what's on this list, and you do, I'm just gonna say it, you do. Then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it, baby. Go time.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. We're gonna jump straight into it. I'm coming out the gate swinging, all right? I wanna make sure I have as many of these fragrances linked to this video. Click in the corner down there where it says products and check these out. Guys, I have in my hands right now the newest fragrance from Electimuss. Let's go ahead and do this. Caspian Cherry. Caspian Cherry. Cherry, chocolate, honey, cinnamon. There's an amaretto accord in here as well. Guys, this fragrance just hit the market. I wore this fragrance yesterday. True story. Left the house. Before I left, the missus, it woke her up out of her sleep because I was about to head to the barbershop to head to work. She asked about the fragrance, said it smelled great. Got to the barbershop. My barber's cutting my hair. He was like, dude, what are you wearing? Take a picture for that one and send it to me. I left the barbershop, drove to work, but I stopped at the gas station. And I told you guys a story about when I first wore, it was the second time I wore Lovers and stopped at this same gas station. Same lady was happy to be behind the register. She was like, oh my God, what do you have on this time? And she still actually remembered the name of Lovers from the first time from Louis Vuitton. Asked about this one, said that it smelled great. Got to work and received 2 more compliments. It's like that. It's like that. This fragrance, this new line, guys, remember, they did Spice d'Arno earlier this year, and I think there's gonna be 1 or 2 others coming out in this collection. Spice d'Arno is one of my favorite releases one of my best pickups, one of my favorite releases so far this year. This is giving it some competition. This is amazing. There's cherry here, the amaretto accord. Amaretto is giving like a kind of an almond kind of nuance to this fragrance. So I love that. It plays very well because this is kind of like a gourmand fragrance. So you have that, you have some honey in here, you have cinnamon, one of my favorite spices. And then you have tonka bean in here as well. That's kind of helping contribute to the sweetness of the fragrance. You have coffee, if I'm not mistaken. And dude, this stuff is just absolutely fantastic. I'm almost at a loss for words when I smell this, guys. It is just, it is amazing. The chocolate here is more of a dark chocolate, so it's not super sweet. It's sweet like some chocolates are. And some fragrances I've smelled is more kind of a bitter undertone, but it kind of helps to offset some of the more sweeter accords in here. Guys, all I can tell you is this is a treat and has been a treat to my nose, and apparently other people that I've come into contact with. I'm coming out the gate swinging. From the brand of Electimuss, their newest release, Caspian Cherry. All right, guys, the next fragrance comes from the brand of YSL, the Parfums collection. This is called Caban. Absolute magic on the skin. Sandalwood, tonka bean, patchouli, and LME resins. Oh, this is so good. The primary note to my nose is going to be the sandalwood and tonka bean. Sandalwood and tonka bean. If you love sandalwood, you're going to love this stuff. I can tell you it's amazing. And ladies love it. Just check it out, fellas. Just check it out, man. Just check it out. Caban from the YSL Parfums collection. I don't lead you wrong. All right, guys, here we go with one of my secret weapons from the brand of Boadicea the Victorious, Namir. Look at the dent. I plays no games with this right here, guys. Saffron, rose, cedarwood, amber, and cypre oil. Now, I'm gonna tell you, listen, when I first got into fragrances, would this be the kind of scent profile that I would love? Would it be a scent profile that I think that people would find to be very attractive? Probably not, but trust me, the dent doesn't lie. It does not lie. Look at that dent. I'm knocked out about a third of the bottle. All I can tell you is that, man, that saffron rose combination in here is crazy. It is crazy, and again, I think the secret sauce for a person like myself is wearing a fragrance like this and wearing a suit because it screams high class and sophisticated. That's all I can tell you, man. Do yourself a favor and get your nose on it. I recommend putting this on skin and going out and about and seeing the responses. It is fantastic. From the brand of Boadicea the Victorious, Namir. The next fragrance on the list comes from the brand of Xerjoff. I hadn't heard a lot about this fragrance here in more recent history, but guys, you talk about a masterpiece of a sandalwood and patchouli combination. Is this from Xerjoff? This is Richwood. All these fragrances, guys, I got dents in it. I rock my stuff, man. Patchouli, sandalwood, a little bit of rose, and this is, and this as well. The patchouli in here. I used to think this was more of a sandalwood fragrance, but over the course of time, I really realized this is more of a patchouli-based fragrance. I don't know what else to say. This stuff is fantastic. If you patchouli lovers out there, if you have not put your nose on this one, just do it. Just do it, guys. This stuff is fantastic. It is super sensual. That's the best way I can describe it. Ladies love this stuff, at least on my skin. I can't tell you what's gonna happen on your skin. On my skin, it does what it does. From the brand of Xerjoff, Richwood. Here's another secret weapon. You've probably not heard about this fragrance, especially in the men's fragrance space on YouTube. It was probably definitely be best classified as a unisex fragrance, but from the brand of Roja Parfums, this is called Britannia. Britannia, and what you get with this fragrance right here, guys, you're gonna get some tangerine, peach, cacao, vanilla, and sandalwood. Oh my gosh. Roja uses this peach note so well in several of his fragrances, most notably the Agave. And honestly, that's what I love about this fragrance. It kind of reminds me of a more fruitier version of the Agave in the opening, and you guys know how much I love that fragrance as my favorite fruity chypre. And but then that dry down, you get all of these sweet, gourmand elements to the fragrance. The cacao, and so the cacao is not chocolatey, but kind of bitter chocolate, almost like a dark chocolate. That's how it comes off here. Kind of powdery as well. And then you have the sandalwood, the tonka bean, vanilla combination. This stuff is magic on my skin. I'm telling you, the ladies love it. The fruity, peachy, tangerine opening is, I think, what draws them in. Then the sweetness on the dry down, got them. From the brand of Roja Parfums, this is called Britannia. All right, guys, I'm not surprised that this one got a lot of positive responses when I wore it, because it's a sexy fragrance from the brand of Kilian, one of the newer releases, Old Fashioned. Old Fashioned. Wheat, immortelle, cedarwood, and Tolu balsam are some of the main notes. Closely resemble single malt. Since single malt is discontinued, just do yourself a favor and pick this up. Boozy, sexy goodness in a bottle. Love the wheat note here. have been getting great responses from it when it hits this guy's skin. From the brand of Kilian, check out Old Fashioned. All right, guys, the next fragrance on the list is one that I've talked about. Well, when I mentioned fragrances, I used to talk about a lot, but I haven't mentioned here lately. Still one of my favorites, somewhere lurking around my top 20, 25 fragrances in my collection. Blessed Baraka from Initio Parfums. Gosh, this is so good. Simplistic but amazing. Amber, vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. Oh my gosh. There has to be cinnamon here too. I detect cinnamon, like cinnamon or nutmeg in here. Has to be in here. Again, with that musk, the musk is what gives it the sexiness here. The amber, the kind of vanilla, ambery sweetness in the fragrance as well with the creaminess of sandalwood. This is a masterpiece. It is so good. Get your nose on it. Do your nose a favor and sample this fragrance. From the brand of Initio Parfums, this is called Blessed Baraka. All right, guys, here comes another secret weapon. Nobody is talking about this fragrance, but man, I've worn this multiple situations, even in the gym, and gotten compliments on it. This is Frapin 1270 Extreme. 1270 Extreme. This is pineapple, apple, patchouli, vanilla, and tonka bean are some of the main notes. Guys, the first initial, this is a flanker of the initial Frapin 1270, which is amazing as well. I think that one has like a dried fruits in it as well. I kind of pick up some of that here as well, although that's not listed as a note. But I love the uniqueness here because you have this very sweet, sensual fragrance, but the opening has that pineapple, that very fresh, juicy kick of pineapple. This stuff is really, really good, and it's been flying under the radar. So do me a favor and do yourself a favor and put your nose on this fragrance. It is very intimate, so it's not a huge projector, but it will get people's attention. I've seen it happen. So of course, it's happened to me. From the brand of Frapin. Check this out, guys. This is Frapin 1270 Extreme. All right, guys, next up on the list, definitely an attention grabber. This fragrance comes from the brand of Bond No. 9 from the Dubai collection. This is Bond No. 9 Dubai Indigo. Amazing stuff here. This is peach, jasmine, musk, and oak moss. Again, love the fruitiness that you get here from peach. Really starting to really love that and appreciate that note in fragrances. It does have quite a bit of jasmine here, so it definitely can. This is one of those women could probably easily pull off. But I just love it. It smells great. Of the Dubai collection, this is probably the most popular one, probably the most well-received overall from men and women alike, and it's been well-received on my skin. So check it out from the brand of Bond No. 9. This is Dubai Indigo. All right, guys, and last but not least, you do have to have a sweet tooth to appreciate this, but mass hysteria, especially on the dry down. This is from the brand of Narcotica, Dulce Diablo. Dulce Diablo. Cognac, dried apricots, honey, cacao, sugarcane, tonka bean, vanilla. Yes, very, very sweet fragrance, honestly. It is so good. It is so alluring, especially once you're about 30 minutes into the dry down. It's just magical. Got so many compliments on this fragrance. So many people asked about this fragrance when I worn it. Again, in that really the first 20 minutes or so is really sweet. Now, if you're not a person that has a sweet tooth, you may not like this fragrance. But if you love gourmands, you gotta try this stuff. You have to try this fragrance. It is one of the best gourmand fragrances in my collection. Every note that people tend to find in gourmands is in here, but it has this kind of sophistication to it at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you wear it, you'll probably understand what I'm trying to describe here. This stuff is good, man. So many people have wanted to know what this fragrance has been when I've had it on. It's amazing. From the brand of Narcotica. One of my secret weapons, guys, Dulce Diablo. But that is it, guys. That is my time. I hope you enjoyed this video today. As always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and attention to these videos. I know you don't have to watch, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks out there that you think could use the information, find it entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darren, I'm the BowTie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.